Hello, and welcome to the VicOne booth. VicOne is a leading cybersecurity company specializing in the automotive sector. Our mission is to provide comprehensive cybersecurity solutions designed to safeguard vehicles throughout their entire life cycle. Today, we will be discussing the cybersecurity risks associated with connected vehicles. In the modern era, vehicles are increasingly interconnected, engaging in continuous communication with various entities. These include other vehicles, mobile devices, road infrastructure, the power grid, and cloud servers managed by car manufacturers. As these new interfaces proliferate, the attack surface of your vehicle expands significantly. My name is Omar Yang, and I am a cybersecurity researcher at VicOne. In today's session, we will delve into the threat landscape surrounding connected vehicles. This exploration will include an analysis of recent incidents reported in the news, as well as a high-level overview of the architectural framework governing how vehicles communicate with external entities. Following our discussion of these critical topics, we will provide a practical demonstration using an actual car. Let's begin by examining the headline here. Hackers are able to remotely locate, unlock, start cars, and even activate their cameras from across the globe. The question arises, are these mere sensationalist stories, or do they reflect a genuine and present danger? Regretfully, these incidents are mostly true and represent a significant concern in today's connected vehicle landscape. Consider some real-world examples. For most of us, leaving something like a bottle of water in our car might not seem like a big deal. The theft of such an item is hardly catastrophic. However, the stakes are much higher when it comes to more valuable or sensitive items. Imagine a scenario where a laptop containing confidential information, perhaps belonging to a prime minister or a secret agent, is stolen from a vehicle. There is a stark contrast between traditional car theft and the new wave of cyber-enabled vehicle theft. In the past, if someone attempted to break into a car without justifiable reason, just as rescuing a child or a pet trapped inside, bystanders would quickly recognize that something was amiss. However, in the era of connected vehicles, a hacker could discreetly unlock and access the car, making the theft appear unremarkable to any onlookers. Next, the capability of hackers to remotely activate a car's cameras present a multitude of risks. Let's explore the implication of this. Firstly, such access can facilitate physical crimes. For instance, a burglar planning a break-in could use these cameras to determine whether the homeowner is present or absent, significantly increasing the likelihood of a successful burglary. Furthermore, the threat extends beyond individual criminals to state-sponsored hackers. These actors could exploit vehicle cameras to conduct surveillance on high-profile targets, such as politicians, C-level executives, or influential media personalities. The potential for such espionage represents a series of breaches of privacy and security. Now, let's delve into the technical aspects of how these functionalities are activated or exploited. In our research, we have identified several categories of vehicle API requests. As illustrated in the upper part of the slide, there is an API call that can be used to unlock a vehicle stores by simply replacing the placeholder ID with a real vehicle ID. This API can be manipulated to unlock a car remotely. Similarly, in the lower part of the slide, we can see an API call that can remotely start a vehicle's engine. This capability, while designed for convenience, can be exploited for unauthorized access. Additionally, let's examine this tweet from other researchers in the field. They have also discovered that cars can be unlocked and started remotely in this manner. There are three key points to focus on here. Firstly, the tweet, posted toward the end of 2022, underscores the relevance and immediacy of these security concerns. Secondly, the tweet highlights that the vulnerability has been present in the vehicle since 2012. This timeframe coincides with the increasing integration of internet connectivity in vehicles, enabling remote access features. The fact that such vulnerability have existed for over a decade emphasizes the evolving nature of cybersecurity threats in the automotive industry. Lastly, the researcher mentioned that the vulnerability affects both Hyundai and Genesis models. This is a significant point, as it indicates that the issue is not confined to a single manufacturer. Instead, it suggests a broader vulnerability that could potentially impact any vehicle with similar connectivity features and insufficient cybersecurity protections. Achieving unauthorized control over a connected car can be alarmingly straightforward. In many instances, compromising a single email account associated with the vehicle or its user is sufficient to gain access to the car's connected systems. This vulnerability highlights a critical gap in the current approach to vehicle cybersecurity. What exacerbates this issue is the way fleets of cars are often managed. Typically, these vehicles are treated as general web assets, similar to how one might manage a website or an online service. This approach fails to recognize the high financial value and significant privacy risk associated with connected vehicles. To understand the source of these credential leaks, let's examine some recent news. On the right-hand side, you'll see a report from this month of January 2024, while the two articles on the left occurred last month on December 23. This pattern indicates that data leaks are happening with alarmingly regularity, almost every month. Such frequency highlights the urgent need for improved security measures in handling credentials associated with connected vehicles. Now, let's delve into the architecture of how cars connect to other devices. Focusing on the middle of the slide, we see that connected cars typically include a telecommunication control box, abbreviated as TCB. This component plays a crucial role in the vehicle's communication system. When a user sends a command to the car, such as locking or unlocking the doors or starting the engine, they usually do so through a mobile app. The command initiated from the app is firstly sent to either the OEM's cloud or a third-party cloud service. The cloud service then relays the commands to the car's TCB. Once the TCB receives the command, it translates it into a format that the car's internal systems can understand and execute. The process allows for remote control of various vehicle functions, which, while convenient, also introduce several severe security vulnerabilities. It's now time to move on to a practical demonstration that will illustrate the real-world implications of the security vulnerabilities we've been discussing. For this demo, I have obtained credentials for a car located in the Czech Republic, which is several thousand kilometers away from my current locations in Japan. These scenarios exemplify how a hacker could potentially control a vehicle from anywhere in the world. For safety reasons, I will not engage any critical functions of the car, such as starting the engine. Instead, I will demonstrate a less intrusive action, remotely illuminating the car's headlights. This action, while seemingly benign, serves to highlight a crucial point. Hackers can remotely activate certain functionalities of a vehicle from a significant distance. As I initiate the command, it is important to remember that this capability, in the wrong hands, could lead to more malicious activities. As we conclude this presentation, I'd like to leave you with some key takeaways. Firstly, vehicles as vulnerable as computers. Modern cars, much like computers, are susceptible to hacking. However, the stakes are significantly higher with vehicles because it's not just data at risk, it's human lives. And secondly, convenience versus risk. The convenient functionality offered by connected vehicles, such as remote control of various car features, come with an increased risk of unauthorized access and control. While these features provide significant benefits to users, they also create potential entry points for hackers.